Hello, good morning, and welcome to the School 3 News. Good morning, it's Wednesday, June 3rd. 16 more school days. It's crazy how this time has been flying. You can do this. I'm very proud of all the work you guys have been doing. Continue to do your work. Continue to go into your teachers' Google Classrooms. And don't forget the specials. Miss Franciosa, Mr. Ackerman, Miss Acevedo, Miss Barbosa, Miss Stevens, Miss Chavez, 5th grade, 6th grade, Mr. Rez. They're all looking forward to seeing your work. So please go in, do all your work, and now, on to the news.
And now, this day in history.
This day in history, 1965. Major Edward White II becomes the first American to walk in space. 120 miles above Earth, he opened the hatch. He was attached to a 25-foot tether, and he controlled his movements with a handheld oxygen jet propulsion gun. Pretty cool. So he hit the button, and it would move him, move him again, move him again. He was out there for 20 minutes. Pretty cool. He unfortunately was not the first human to walk in space. That happened 2.5 months before by Russian cosmonaut Alexei Leonov. He did it on March 18th, 1965. And of course, 4 years later, we had Neil Armstrong walking on the moon. Pretty cool.
It is National Egg Day. You can have me hard-boiled, sunny side up, over easy, scrambled, and an omelet on French toast. I don't know. Can't think of any others off the top of my head, but yeah, National Egg Day.
It is National Chocolate Macaroon Day. Not a huge fan of chocolate, as you already know, but these look really good, especially because usually they're made with some coconut, which I love. So I'm sure one day I'll try it. National Chocolate Macaroon Day. And now with the weather. Beautiful weather right now. It's 68. Pretty sunny out there. However, this afternoon around lunchtime, it's supposed to be pretty bad. Thunderstorms, damaging wind, and even hail, I read. So, enjoy it while you can really early, and then go inside and stay inside. Tomorrow, Thursday, the NBA is going to be voting on whether or not to resume their season. It looks like they're proposing beginning July 31st, with Game 7 of the NBA Finals being on October 12th. There would be 22 teams invited to finish out the season out of 30. It would be in Orlando at Worldwide Sports, ESPN in Orlando. And I'm excited because I'm not a huge NBA fan anymore. I'm definitely more of a college basketball fan. But the proposal has some really interesting things that I want to see how they play out. So you've got the top 16 teams, which were the teams that were ranked 1 through 8 in each conference. And then you're going to have 6 other teams that were within 6 games of the 8th and final playoff spot in either conference. Only one team met that criteria in the Eastern Conference, and that's the Washington Wizards. And then the other 5 are from the Western Conference. The 5 teams in the Western Conference are the Portland Trailblazers, the New Orleans Pelicans, the San Antonio Spurs, the Sacramento Kings, and the Phoenix Suns. They are planning on putting the teams into groups, much like the Olympics. So groups of 4 or groups of 5. Everyone plays one another in the groups. You get points to finally figure out who the 16 playoff teams are going to be. But at least those other 6 teams that were potentially pretty close still have a shot, which I like. So it's kind of like a little mini tournament before the playoffs. So every game is going to count. That's what makes the big difference. I feel like there are a lot of meaningless NBA games because you have your best teams that are going to win, and then you've got your really bad teams like my Knicks that are going to lose. So this is intriguing, very interesting. I'm actually going to tune in and watch the play. It should make for an interesting end of this NBA season. The playoff format looks like it's going to be the same, untouched. But we'll see what happens. I know everyone will be excited to have another sport out there during this time. Looks like we're going to have hockey and basketball. Baseball needs to get its act together and come up with a solution to have a season. We need sports badly. And that wraps it up for this edition of the School 3 News. Stay safe and stay classy, Belleville.